Hello beautiful people, welcome to Sherley D Dramatic Creative Cooking, where there's always something delicious and creative for everyone all around the world, right here on this channel. Hello beautiful people, I hope everybody's doing well today. This is my goat meat, seasoned and left to marinate for 2 days. I'll also show you the Indian spices I used to season it. Look how seasoned our goat meat is. It's looking absolutely delicious already. Look how vibrant these Indian seasonings are. We have ground coriander, garam masala, ground cumin, extra hot chili powder, ground ginger, turmeric, and curry powder. These were the spices that was used to season our goat meat. Beautiful people, this is our ghee, a traditional Indian cooking fat that's full of rich flavor. Let me show you what it looks like inside. Now, because it's been in the fridge, it's a bit firm, but once it hits the heat, it will melt down nicely. We'll be using 3 tablespoons. This is what's gonna bring those old spices to life. Rich Indian flavors to spice up our curry goat. We're going to add our Indian bay leaves, 1 and a bit, and just a small piece of our Indian cinnamon stick. We'll also add 1 teaspoon of Indian mustard seeds. We'll also add 1 teaspoon of cumin seeds. Indian curry just isn't the same without cardamom pods. We're adding 7. Here we have a mix of spices: masala, black peppercorns, coriander seeds, bay leaves, cloves, cinnamon sticks, and cumin seeds. And finally, 1 teaspoon of fenugreek seeds. With all these beautiful mixed Indian spices in the pan, the oil's infusing now, and it's bringing out all those rich fragrant flavors, which is going to make our curry goat taste of real authentic Indian flavors. I'm just so sorry you beautiful people cannot smell this. Let's add in 1 teaspoon of turmeric, 2 teaspoons of our Indian curry powder. Now, while turmeric and curry powder do have Caribbean versions, we're using the Indian ones, and everything else we're using is straight from the Indian spice rack. Real authentic Indian seasoning for that traditional flavor. Let's add half and half each of red and white onions, chopped nice and small. This is going to lift the flavors even more and really bring that curry base to life. Now this is the moment, beautiful people, we're adding in our marinated goat meat straight into that well-seasoned pot, packed with bold, rich Indian flavors. Things are really starting to come alive now. I'm going to add in 4 chopped red chilies, fresh from my garden, bringing that real heat and flavor. I'll show you our fresh red chilies in a little bit. Stir everything together nicely. Look at all these fresh red chilies. I've got so many. I'll have to pick them soon because the weather's changed now. Maybe I'll make a chili pepper sauce. Would you want to see that, beautiful people? Me making my own sauce from these fresh chilies? Leave your thoughts in the comments and let me know. We're adding boiling water, just enough to cover the goat meat. It's time to nearly cover our pot and let our goat meat slowly cook for at least an hour, giving the flavors time to really come together. We're going to add 2 teaspoons of garlic and ginger paste. We already used some when we marinated our goat meat, but we're adding a bit more for extra flavor. The smell, I don't even know how to describe it. As soon as I did lift that lid off our pot, it just hit me right in the face. Spicy, fragrant, and absolutely delicious. Over here in this pot, we've got our dal. We actually started cooking it from yesterday. We pre-cooked it because lentils can take quite a while. But yes, beautiful people, we're having some dal with our curry goat. A proper Indian style dinner. Let's check back on our curry goat and add in 3 tablespoons of our chopped tomatoes. Some Indians use tomato in their curry, some don't, but I like a little in mine, just to balance the flavors and add a gentle tang. Beautiful people, do you add tomatoes to your curry goat or curry mutton? Let me know in the comments below. We're getting our basmati rice on now, and into our rice pot we'll add a few cardamom pods, a cinnamon leaf, a small piece of cinnamon stick, a few cumin seeds, just a little bit of ghee, and 1.5 teaspoons of sea salt to bring in that lovely Indian aromas in our rice. We're also adding half a cup of coconut milk, not our usual Jamaican one, but one I picked up from the Indian section in the store. We'll steam our rice, not boil, just a gentle steam. we're adding 1 chopped potato, just a little to soak up some of that lovely curry gravy. Then we'll pour in the other half of our coconut milk into the Indian curry goat. Now, beautiful people, the smell I'm smelling is really starting to smell like a proper Indian curry. Let's check back on our rice. Our rice is nearly ready. It'll soon be time to plate up. Here is our infused basmati rice, our curry goat, our dal, and our salad, our Indian infused salad. Just a squeeze of lemon on our salad. A few slices of our naan bread, I nearly forgot it. And there you have it, from my kitchen to yours, Indian curry goat with naan. Indian infused basmati rice. Our colourful dal, our salad with cucumber, red and white onions and coriander, finished with a squeeze of lemon. Exploring new flavours, my first Indian Sunday dinner, and what a spread it is. I'm not eating on camera today, beautiful people. I just wanted to share the experience and the flavours with you. Thank you ever so much for watching Sherley D Dramatic Creative Cooking, bringing you creative recipes from around the world. Don't forget to subscribe, like and share with a friend. And beautiful people, there's something new on YouTube called The Hype. Please do hype this video to give it a chance for more people to see it. Stay tuned for more delicious dishes. I hope you enjoyed this recipe from my kitchen to yours. Let's always put God first in everything that we do. I'll see you in the next one. Take care, look after yourselves, and bye bye for now.